Ba ba ba. Hey! Ba 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 ba. So I'm only this hype because I was really tired before. Hello everyone, this is You Don't Know Video Games. We are Hack the Dino and we are bringing you all the noise with our mouths. Yeah, like this.
Were you doing that to the Doctor Who theme?
It's not the Doctor Who thing. That's the Doctor Who thing. You're thinking of... Because where I got it from was that Simpsons episode.
I'm so sorry for your ears, Brayden.
Hey, Doctor Who.
Yeah, it's Doctor Who theme, isn't it?
Floppy Starrick's here, the uncultured swine.
I don't like Doctor Who.
Neither does anyone else, judging by the ratings.
I actually... Well, I don't like any of them. I just think it's always been a shit show.
Wow. That's interesting. Hey, Brayden, you watched all of Doctor Who?
I like Doctor Who.
What'd you think of that humdinger of a last episode?
It's pretty wild.
Wild's certainly a word for it.
Yep.
Awful was also one. It's too bad.
Do you not like the actor, or is it the writer?
No. Shooty Gatwa, brilliant.
I love the actor.
Brilliant actor.
You were like, oh no, please don't cancel me.
Video game.
Great.
That was a Doctor Who video
not
game.
Good writing, I hear.
No, awful writing.
Yeah,
awful.
that sucks. That sucks. He's a great actor. It'd be great to see him do some cool
deserved
stuff.
it. Just like the ones before them as well. I forgot no name, but the other Doctor.
Tom Baker.
No.
But
Anto.
hello.
You grew up in the Doctor Who land.
Not really.
You grew up in a TARDIS?
Like, yes, I am a TARDIS.
Man, there is a
You're bigger on the inside?
There is a non-PC joke there.
I was about to
That
say
I'm-
it.
I'm bigger on the inside, is what I'm saying.
This joke is much, much worse, and I'm glad I didn't say it, and I'll tell you after because it is awful, and you're at home, just think about the awful thing I could have said just then.
Robot dogs?
And no,
Canine.
I'm not going into it.
Cybermen.
If you want to know, incidentally, in the live chat, Michael Towns has already seen that we've got a Sliders DVD.
We made a joke where we're looking for one more thing. Brayden needed one more thing to fill out a gap, and we're like, put sliders in there, but cover up the name so that no one knows what it is and see who notices first. Of course, it's Townsy in 47 seconds.
I am really looking forward to sitting down and watching that box set. It cost me $4. Amazing. I'm guaranteed to get $4 worth of entertainment just like you are, who are watching this on youtube.com.
Optimistic.
Video games. Or you might be listening to us on podcast services around the globe.
No worries, Greg Miller.
It's fun.
I like how
sometime.
you
Give it a
tell
go.
Anto every night.
Every show, don't bang the table, and then
you
you
stomp
start
the
with...
shit out of it.
Don't bang it because it's my thing. Don't steal my gimmick. Or you can head on over to hackthedino.com. I'm just continuing on like I was interrupted in the middle of a sentence. But you can go over to hackthedino.com. You can follow us on all the Discords or the one that we
All
have.
of the Discords.
Or all the Patreons. You can join us on Patreon. Floppy, save me.
Also, moving fast and bright as a firefly, Brayden's here too.
Did you see how I did that without moving my lips?
Very good. Patreon. Head over there. Throw some bucks our way. Keep these mics on. Because, we need to give us some point to doing this. Like, really, it's not
Apart
growing
from the
at
fact
all.
that we enjoy it.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Most of it.
And it gives us a way of hanging out.
Yeah, well, I don't see other people otherwise, so I kind of have to. Doctor's orders.
Doctor's orders. Jeez.
Therapist's orders.
That's right. A therapist is a doctor.
I was not saying otherwise.
Anyway, what have we been up to the past time that's transpired?
What have I been up to? Oh, not much. I've been working a lot. I've had a quite stressful work month. But I went back and I've started playing a bit of an old familiar that I never finished back in the day, which now has a PS5 remaster / upgrade type thing going on. Mm-hmm. And I've been playing Days Gone.
Oh.
Days Gone, and Anto can say, because Anto came over to my place today and saw some of this on my TV on the PS5. Mm-hmm. What do you think?
It's gorgeous.
It's still getting a lot of noise, and a lot of people are going, "No, it wasn't that bad."
It's fucking great.
It's a really cool game.
Actually, really great. I can't remember what it came out around, but it was a time when there was other things that come out that I just had. Like, I literally have just done that.
I think this was
area.
I think this was pre Last of Us 2 and post Uncharted 4.
I want to say it was around Horizon as well.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think it was. Yeah,
so
it
didn't have any chance. It is such a cool story. It is such a cool world that they've created, and the little bit of lore that you have. Like, you have your opening scene, and then it's 2 years later, and you're in this area of Midwest America. I don't know.
It just sounds so generic.
It doesn't it? Right, but it just has this charm, and it's really polished.
Right.
And there's something so nice about a really polished... I like the fact they're never called zombies.
It's
At all?
it came out 3 days after Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay.
Okay.
And but the creatures are referred to as freakers, swarmers, whatever. The bike mechanics are fantastic. You go on little side missions, and it really is like, yes, generic is probably a good word, but it is.
Sometimes familiar and comfortable is good, though.
Yeah, actually it is, and it's just crafted very well. It's crafted very neat.
Incidentally, we just saw the player fill up their bike. One of the freakers was coming, and he jumped on his bike and went to run away from it and just smashed straight to a wall.
Dude,
I thought, yeah, that's exactly what I did.
I've done that so many times. I really like the mechanics in upgrading your bike, your weapons, and relationships you have to develop with certain camps that are around the place. You're what's known as a drifter, and you will do basically work for hire for different camps.
So you're a mercenary.
Kind of, yeah. And different camps will have different upgrades for you. You can buy weapons from one, you can buy motorbike upgrades from another, things like that.
What about the Horde? Dylan, the villain in the live
Dylan,
chat,
the
hated
hordes are fucking terrifying. So you will encounter a lot of creatures in this, and then sometimes there are what you would call swarms. You might have like 10 to 15. Anto actually saw me get taken out by a group of about 20.
Yeah, 20, 25-ish.
Now, the hordes, imagine about 1,000 of these things.
It's a derogative name. You shouldn't really call them
literally a wave of them, just like a sea of those creatures just over the land.
I think
it is
World War
fucking,
Z on like a smaller scale.
Yeah, it is fucking terrifying. I like the scavenging. You come across infestation nests, which look like these sort of like... it kind of looks like... did you ever see X-Files with tombs, and you would make like a cocoon type thing with twigs and shit? They make those, and you have to throw like a Molotov in, burn it out, but then they will come rushing out. You have to take them out. So you can clear areas of infestations to improve your what's the word I'm looking for with.
Does it reduce
groups.
the chance of hordes and stuff appearing?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so.
Cool
within the Hordes, this is always my big thing. The character model of the freakers.
Mm-hmm.
Are they like every 1 in 5 is exactly the same?
So there is like a number of different
It's one thing
styles.
I cannot stand, and I understand there's limitations on games and whatnot. It's one of
Yeah.
the things that turned me off about Cyberpunk was that you would talk to an NPC, and then you travel to a different area within like 10 minutes, and you come back, and that NPC model would be used again, like nothing different about it. It's,
Yeah,
it
look,
just takes me out.
with the freakers / screamers / swarmers, the good thing about them being creatures, there's a horde. They're all similar, but they get differed by, say, maybe a blood splatter or clothing or things like
Well, see,
that.
but
they
I don't mind.
Yeah. So
Like-
and there'll probably be a bunch of different ones. But the thing is, there are also so many of them. You don't have time to stop and go, oh, there's that model and there's that model too.
You're too busy panicking. Like,
You see them as a whole.
Cyberpunk, it was literally the same NPC.
Yeah. Look at that. That's gameplay, for fuck's sake.
Tommy gun.
Hey.
yeah, it looks cool. Like now it's got a PS5 upgrade. I'm probably gonna give it a try.
It's really good. It's a really well crafted game, and I'm really enjoying going back to it and playing it.
I like to think it's like, what's his name? Daryl Dixon Simulator from Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's like if Daryl Dixon got an Uncharted game.
Yeah,
Was that on PS Plus as well?
I think it
Recently?
was. a
I'm
while
pretty
back,
sure it
yeah.
was. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, it was a PlayStation exclusive that did not get the love it deserved, and hopefully will create that cult following.
Anto.
Hello. I'm not going to rattle off not going to get Brayden to, show all of the stuff I've been playing. But I will highlight a few. So I've been playing Golden Sun on Twitch Online.
Sun,
Which
Won't you come
one of my
wash
favorite.
away the rain,
black.
golden
Oh, wrong one. Sorry.
sun.
Yep, that's the one.
Won't you
Yeah,
come?
really good.
Sorry, can we just go back there? Can we go back to...
Does that look like a giant...
Yeah, can we
Dick
go back,
jizzing?
Brayden? Go back. Yep,
Go
here
back.
we go. He moves the thing. What is that?
High pressure water destroying a wall.
Yeah, it is.
That is an elongated penis.
Jizzing
Having
on
a
a
wee.
wall.
Nah, that's a wee. That's a fully
He was very
charged
hydrated
up.
then.
He needed to drop some piss.
Yeah, so really cool turn-based RPG for the Game Boy. I think it came out in like 2005-ish. No, wait, a couple of years before that, 2002. super in-depth combat system, really cool summoning and like sort of creature collection aspect to it as well. Pixel art's gorgeous for the time.
Yeah, they make a real good-looking penis.
I've put probably more time into this than Mario Kart World.
Damn.
So far. I've also been playing Mario Kart World, like anyone else who has a Switch too. But the two that I want to highlight most is I've recently reconnected a bit with my older sister, and we've been playing Diablo 2 Classic, not the remaster that came out last year or a year ago. 2 years ago, rather. We finished this in maybe 15 or so hours. Really not a big game. Both of us sort of know where to go and what to do. But just super fun. You know, it's sort of mindless horde killing of monsters and loot stuff, which is cool. But feeding the Baldur's Gate obsession, we have also started a multiplayer roleplay Baldur's Gate 1 campaign, which has been interesting because it's based around second edition advanced Dungeons & Dragons rules from 1997.
Damn.
Compared to the multiple revised 5th edition rules that Baldur's Gate 3 and current D&D works on. So it's been a bit of a learning curve. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. I've done a lot more sort of varied playing of games recently because, you know, I recently put something like 670 hours into Baldur's Gate 3, so it's been really refreshing.
I haven't even lived that long.
Days Gone came out just after Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Oh.
Yeah, that'll be it. Anto, like going back to Baldur's Gate 1 like this, like how does it hold up? Like obviously gameplay and everything, it looks exactly like it does on the screen, but like story, character-wise?
Story and characters and like performances and stuff, it's peak D&D and like Forgotten Realms sort of storytelling. So if you like the Forgotten Realms setting for Dungeons and Dragons and stuff, and you're familiar with characters like Minsk and Jaheira and Drizzt and a lot of these other famous sort of icon characters,
nice.
You'll have a great time with it. But if you're going to play it, it is a huge learning curve compared to Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
The only thing I would suggest is if anyone's going to give this a try, buy the Enhanced Edition that came out on PlayStation 4, PC, Xbox, that kind of thing, maybe 7 or 8 years ago. Because it's got super adjustable difficulty modes and sliders to make things as sort of frictionless as possible. And that's a term I've been using a lot recently in discussions. Frictionless.
Been using it in Golden Age as well.
I think video games should do what they can to be as frictionless as possible to allow people to get into them and then give the people an option to make things harder or more challenging.
Like in Street Fighter and
like
adding
in Street Fighter, yeah.
Simple special moves.
I'm coming around to that sort of mentality a lot more recently, and this is a big part of it.
Literally in the last 10 minutes.
No, like just in general. Like Street Fighter's a bit of a bugbear for me, like we were talking about before the show, because I'm so used to classic controls.
I thought that was a massive shadow behind me then.
But ultimately, games should be for everyone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Apart from the noobs.
Gonna get
Yeah,
off my
fuck 'em.
soapbox and let Brayden talk about Mafia 3.
Woo!
Well, don't worry. I'm not going to talk about Mafia 3 for long. Because, like, I've been playing it, and, like, I've been playing through all of the Mafia trilogy lately. And I got to Mafia 3, and I think I put, like 15 or something hours in. So immediately I'd been playing the game longer than the first game and the second game, because they only took, like, 10 hours, maybe. This one changed and suddenly became really big open world. And I did all the story stuff where you end up, like, hiring different gangs on to be part of your, like, trying to take down the big guy.
Building your empire.
Yeah, building your empire. And then it hits a point where you bring on these 3 people, you have a meeting, and you're like, okay, and we're going to disperse the neighborhoods between them, and there's going to be missions, and they're going to take over territory. And I just looked at the map and went, I'm just going to have to do the same thing again for another 10 hours to get to the next bit of story. And I was like, I'm just going to have a break. I will come back to this at some point. I'm really liking it so far.
You have played a lot of Mafia.
I've been playing a lot of Mafia.
It's not normal amount of Mafia.
I've been playing a lot of Mafia straight. So instead I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to have a complete 180 change to this. And I finally started Cyberpunk 2077.
Ooh.
Hey!
And tell you what, this bad boy on a PS5 Pro...
Woo. Yeah, I'm thinking I might start up my playthrough again
I
at
might
some point.
have to
Hot damn.
start it.
Damn. Oh,
Yeah.
Floppy, you're going to
I've
nut.
not
What
touched it, but I do have it.
Did you choose the Outlands? you can see a
No,
line piece?
I did not. I chose this one. So I'm playing the one that I saw because I chose it. So I chose Street Kid,
Right.
in which you start in this bar and then you end up doing little like jobs and heists and stuff. But what's up with the Nomad one?
What with the character creator? How in depth did you go?
Very.
Oh,
You can get very.
Floppy, trust me. It was so funny. I was doing the character creator.
Massive
and-
hog.
And well, no. So it starts you on the face. So
Yes.
you start customizing the head and the face and the hairstyles and all that stuff. And then once you hit a certain point of scrolling through that, it just suddenly zooms out and you realize your character's naked. And I was just sitting there like character creating, making this super cool chick. Like, yeah, awesome, cool. And then all of a sudden it's just like tits. It was very funny. But yeah, man, you can go all
But-
out.
Can I just ask, is it at that point your mum walked in the room?
No, it was at that point Michaela, who had been sitting next to me the entire time, went, "Oh,
Oh, I see what type of game it is.
yeah."
And
See?
as long as you didn't go to the sliders and go, all right.
Yeah, not quite. No. Instead, you want to check yourself.
I'm making an
and
homage to you.
then- but no. I did think, this is just saying it, pretty funny that in the size options for particular genitalia, they do describe it as small, medium, large.
Can I just say,
And then-
Townsy in the chat has just said, I really need to start playing this on Switch too. Massive dong on a Nintendo sounds amazing.
What are you talking about? They got Donkey Kong.
Conky Dong?
Yeah, I messed up that
Donkey
joke.
Dong?
There you
Forget
go.
it. No, forget it.
There you go.
I was just talking about Donkey Kong's huge wang.
You know, the
Kong it out.
funniest character creator I've ever played was the Conan Exiles game.
Oh my god.
Because it was
so
similar in the
funny.
fact that you could make a massive dick. And then, but when they were playing the game, they hadn't got the physics right. So your dick flapped around like an empty windsock.
Yeah.
Like it didn't have any weight to it. It was really weird. And when you jumped, because it was third person, you'd see it flap down in between the legs.
But yeah,
so good.
I think I've played like I've played the entire intro sequence. I got the title card finally, and
How
then
long
of
is
course
it from character creator to
who
title
shows
card?
up, but the one and only Keanu Reeves. So,
Keanu Reeves.
I finally got to Keanu Reeves. That's where I'm up to in the game. I'm very
Rihanna
excited for more.
Keeves.
So
I have a badge at work that says Rihanna Keeves that I wear quite often.
Very silly.
Cool. Yeah, I've been playing Mario Kart.
oh, sorry. One more little thing. I forgot because I didn't have it open as a tab. I had it open as a screenshot over here. This is the page that Michaela and I got to, and we decided we were finished with playing Blueprints.
Oh! That's
We,
very definitive.
So we rolled. Oh, well, we thought. If anyone's playing Blueprints and has gotten to this and has kept playing, they're laughing at me right now. So Michaela and I had been playing Blueprints. We rolled credits and
For the
did the
podcast
main
listeners,
goal.
it just says "The End" in blue on a notepad.
That is it.
Because it's a blueprint.
It is. We did the goal that you get at the start of the game. We rolled credits at 19 and a half hours. We got to this and stopped playing the game at 50 hours.
Oh.
It is so much more than you could possibly imagine. It's so good. I love it. I cropped this so that there's no spoilers.
Can I just say, I'm pretty sure I just got the blueprints thing.
Yep.
I think I just got that.
Oh,
Doesn't surprise me.
dude. Yeah, so we got to this and we were like, wow, that was amazing. I loved it. We both loved it. It was incredible. We felt full from it. It was amazing. We were like, cool, we're
Felt
done.
full from it.
And then the next day, Michaela's like, I'm going to look up, see if there's any extra secrets we didn't find.
Oh,
This is what people describe as the first 2/3 of the game done.
Oh.
But we're not going back to it because the last third of the game people describe as incredibly difficult and incredibly long.
I give it.
It becomes incredibly tedious of the things you need to do to discover the next bit.
I give it 6 weeks.
Yeah. Oh,
6 weeks, and you guys dive back in.
nah.
let's
There's
have a little go.
there's
Be
too
like,
many
we've
other
forgotten
games.
what happened. We'll have to start it again.
Too many other games. But yeah, so we're satisfied with that. We absolutely loved it. It's still a 10 out of 10 from me. But yeah, I highly recommend people get into it. But prepare yourselves for more than meets the eye.
Ooh, Transformers.
Mario Kart, Street Fighter 6, and Pokemans. But I've also decided that I'm not going to play this season of Fortnite, and I might be done with it.
Whoa!
Really?
Yep.
Well, I've just jumped
how
back
come?
on this season and bought the game and bought the battle pass.
No, because the Star Wars season I enjoyed, but I haven't like what I really liked about it when I was fully into it was the storyline, like the threading storyline throughout the seasons and everything.
Yeah.
Loved it, and that's what had me really hooked in. I bought the comics because I wanted more of that lore, and then I forgot his name. The guy who
Jonesy.
no, the guy who used to write the storyline. He
I have no
quit.
idea.
He left, and they sort of went in a different direction. Obviously, you can because you can't have The Rock coming in for every goddamn season to voice one of the main characters.
Lord knows WWE knows that.
You can't have Troy Baker come in and do Jonesy, so they replaced Jonesy pretty much. And yeah, I was happy with last season. It was good bit of fun. And I just went, you know what? I want to play more Switch 2 games. I want to play more different games. And I have very limited gaming time as it is. So I'm taking this season off, and unless something drastic happens, I think I might be done for a good long time.
Next one becomes Ninja Turtles and
you're
Ninja
in
Turtles
again.
already been there.
and bald men with red beards.
Oh, no, you know what would get Ben back into
I
Fortnite?
don't need that. I live that hell.
Chrono Trigger skins.
Not going to lie.
That's funny because, like, you know, I play it. I could not tell you what any of the story was ever at all.
Well, see, I was playing it from Chapter 1, Season 3.
Yes.
So you were in pretty early, yeah.
Yeah, I saw the asteroid. I was part of... That's what hooked me originally, was the fact that people started talking about an asteroid in the sky, and then it was getting closer. And, like, people were taking screenshots going, no, it is getting closer, because they didn't say anything. And for the first couple of years, it was just Fortnite. Like, they didn't have many updates. But then that got me, and then they had the first big live event where you could go in game, and which I was in, and Parker was in at the time. And yeah, you saw the rocket come down, and it was
cool.
It was great, and that's what got me hooked. And then they started changing it more regularly, and it was a great time. And now it's just, you know, I was never really good at it, but it was fun, and I played it just for fun.
I enjoy it sporadically.
Yeah. So no, this season I'm just taking it off, playing more stuff like Mario Kart World. Yeah, that's fun.
I almost went to put my hand up to talk because I've been so like I've been at
have
work
to.
this week. I've been in a lot of meetings and I've been having to do that a lot.
Has anyone unlocked the Rob bike?
Yes,
How cool is it?
It's
That's like
super
my
sick.
go-to bike.
I
I was playing earlier with Floppy. It was great.
played this for the first time today.
What do you think?
Oh, that was great. It was
Yeah,
great
it
fun.
is. I mean, it feels like Mario Kart, which is like a huge compliment.
I very much enjoy the way it looks beautiful.
Oh my freaking god! So Floppy's television has ruined my home experience docking my Switch because my TV is shocking in comparison to yours.
Yep.
And holy crap, this looks insane on a good television. Like the Switch 2 is so much more
Believe it or not,
powerful than I thought it was.
This is a pretty good TV as well.
Yeah.
And then
What do you get?
yeah, my TV's okay.
My TV's good too.
Street Fighter 6 I've been playing for the first time. Of course, I didn't pick it up when it launched on PlayStation 5 a couple of years back.
When we finish?
No, because I'm not enjoying it.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm playing the storyline at the moment.
Oh, the
It's like-
storyline's garbage. Don't play the story.
Yeah,
Just
but
play.
I have to
just
because
play
you can
practice
train
mode.
from Ryu, so I have to get to at least Ryu. But
quite
no,
far in.
like no, I just it's not grabbing me. But I have been playing Pokemon Scarlet.
Does it
And
work now?
It does.
Oh my
It's-
god!
It runs at a smooth 60.
It's an astounding different game, and like shiny hunting's great now.
You can have a horde of like 40 enemies appear and there are 10 of them that are shiny.
Well, not 10, but like
lot.
literally the other day I ran into a shiny cord. It turned around and there was another shiny just up the hill.
That's so funny.
It's so great, and unlike Arceus, it doesn't go bring, so you have no idea. So you're just walking around and you go, hang on,
Funny.
is that a different color? And what I really like is that
Green.
you can have your Pokemon come out and sort of attack all the Pokemon around, but they don't attack shinies. So I have a red Gyarados, and whenever I think something's a shiny, but I'm not,
A Gyarados, isn't that? Is that the blue?
The blue
lizardy
giant snake
looking-
thing.
but it's
yeah.
a shiny one, so he's red. You throw him out and like he'll eat the non-shiny ones and not eat the shiny. It's cool. Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been playing. It's a good time, fun for all. Highly recommend.
I think it's really interesting. Just going back to the Fortnite thing, because you mentioned like the story has sort of gone off the rails because they can't afford to keep paying people to come and voice things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, but I bet they can afford it.
Well, they probably can, but like it's interesting that like
Well, no, they can't because there was a report a while ago that they were running Epic was costing them a lot of money because they were getting all these licenses in. It's the same thing with Pop Toys. They run at a loss because they get all these licenses and have to pay royalties. And then you've got all these voice actors, and then the live events as well cost a lot of money to put together. Anyway, sorry, Anto.
I wouldn't be surprised if that changes moving forward, given Epic's commitment now, I guess, to using AI generation of voices. Because I know this season they had a lot of success with the AI voiced and controlled Darth Vader bot thing. And as much
that
as
was cool.
Yeah, Floppy and I did it.
as much as I detest it because AI reasons,
Yep.
it just, you know, they could easily get the story back on track with voices that sound similar using AI if they wanted to, and I wouldn't be shocked if it happens.
No, but they still need to pay the original voice actors royalties.
Not for a similarity, they don't.
Oh, that's fucking dodgy. You want Troy Baker not to get paid for work because they
No,
AI'd his voice?
I'm not saying I want that to happen.
No,
just-
but like they shouldn't. That's,
no,
absolutely
like they
not.
don't need to ape his voice using AI. They just need something that sounds close to, and they can claim that it's, you know, and that's the problem with AI. One of them, at least, anyway. The other one is the fact that if you say
Like-
thank you, it uses up 400,000 gallons of water.
At least James L. Jones gave permission for his voice to be
Yeah.
used.
Yeah. There's
after-
nothing wrong with that.
And like
and for
that's
them to immediately swear at children.
yeah,
Yeah.
and start saying really dodgy shit. But
That's
yeah.
awesome. Fuck yes. Bring that. I want to see
Although-
that Vader.
One thing I do like about Fortnite that I saw today, and this isn't the Fortnite show, but I will touch on it briefly. They've introduced storm monsters. So you know how people like get heaps of heals and like camp in the storm?
Yeah.
Okay. I know where you're going with this.
Yeah.
I
They
think I know why.
did have storm sickness, which gave 10 clicks per
Yeah,
second.
if you were in there for too long, it started like
Yeah.
reducing it quicker
They've
than you
now
can
done
heal.
a thing where
Yeah.
monsters appear in the storm.
Yeah, it's like
and chase you down and fuck you up.
it's like
Do you
the
know why I think
Demogorgon
they've
in
done
the
that?
Upside Down.
What's that?
I think they've done that because of Night Rain.
Oh, really?
I think they've done that because of Night Rain, because there are moments in Elden Ring Night Rain where there are like storm zones inside the storm, like inside the circle, where you go in, you take damage, but also like clone NPCs of your characters who are like hyper powerful appear, and if you kill them, you get some cool rewards. But they're just there to hunt you down and fuck you up.
That's one that you can become by getting a power up.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
that is the monster that chases you, but yeah, you can also become it.
become it. It's sick. I was playing with a friend of the show, V to the Z, the other day, and she got that, and we freaked out because we didn't know what it was.
Nice. Anyway, we're going a bit long. So I want to quickly touch on the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct. Did we all see it?
Fuck yeah, it sold me
did.
on the game.
Yeah?
I was already like trepidatiously excited.
Yep.
This absolutely sold me hook, line, and sinker.
I pre-ordered it when it was released. Like when it was announced, I went, yep, I've got it because it's made by
It's
part of the Mario
Odyssey
Odyssey
devs.
team
Yeah.
and part of the
Bowser's-
Mario Galaxy.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So I was super excited for it. Then this trailer came out. Did you see the reveal?
I saw none of this.
So you don't know who that
Floppy,
rock...
get ready.
You ready to see who Odd Rock is? So the little rock guy we saw is actually Child Pauline.
I don't know who Pauline is.
The mayor
So-
of New Donk City and the first person that
Oh,
Donkey Kong
okay.
kidnapped.
Yeah, I know who that is. I didn't know she had a name.
Anyway, you just know that this game's going to end with like Mario coming to save Pauline.
Yeah, what if this is a prequel to Donkey Kong?
This is Last of Us Part 2 for Donkey Kong and Mario.
Well, it can't be because they showed that Cranky Kong was in it, and canonically, Cranky Kong is the original Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Canon.
I've been seeing a lot of stuff about like the Donkey Kong lore and the canon and stuff. Nintendo don't care.
No, of course I don't. You've seen the Zelda timeline?
The only time they've ever tried to timeline anything was the Zelda timeline, and it was a throwaway thing released in a Japanese-only book.
We
No.
also
and
we
then
all
in
know
Hyrule Historia.
as Zach in the thing is DK Drift King.
Yep,
Not Donkey Kong.
Of course. What I like is the
Takumi
Hyrule
Fujiwara
Historia.
disagrees.
Hyrule Historia, they released the timeline.
Yeah.
And then they brought out another Hyrule Historia, Volume 3, and went,
changed
oh,
it.
yeah, we changed it a bit. This is what it actually is now.
Yeah.
You know what we haven't done though? Let Brayden talk about what they've been playing.
Oh.
Have we not?
Yes, we did.
yeah, we did.
We talked
Did
about
we?
Mafia 3.
Yeah, and Blueprints.
Oh, we did too.
And Cyberpunk.
Oh, I've skipped too far ahead.
And how's Super Saiyan Donkey Kong?
Yeah, I'm all about it.
What do you think, Brayden?
Super Saiyan Donkey Kong's got a whole ass out.
Oh, yeah.
Like, my god. Let me go back and find where the hell they introduce it.
I
Because
can't remember.
it jump scared me.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Baby Pauline?
That's very fun. That's very fun.
What do you think about the fact that they hit it for some reason? Like, I don't
Yeah.
understand why.
I was watching the kind folks are kind of funny. They were doing a live reaction to this, and as it happened, Tim was like, called it. He called it 100%. He was like, that rock has to be Pauline. I don't know how.
Really? He called it.
Like,
Why
yeah,
would anyone
100%.
call that? Like, I don't understand. Why would anyone call a rock as Pauline? Like, curiously, because I mean, Pauline to me, didn't know Pauline had a name. And you said if you said mayor of New Donk City, I'm like, oh, that one person that rocked up for a little bit of that
I hate
game.
the look of this character.
The zebra.
I hate it. It looks so gross.
My favorite thing about this zebra character is the meme that Townsy shared in our Discord, which is just a picture of Donkey Kong in that form's ass and then a box of zebra cakes.
Stupid.
Just because he's all caked up. And
Why
it's
is
hilarious.
why is Pauline a thing?
Oh, no.
Pauline is in the original Donkey Kong, Pauline is the name of the woman that has been captured that Donkey Kong takes and you have to rescue.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, all right, cool.
And
That was very anticlimactic.
Yeah, it's pretty
anyway,
basic, but
this game looks fun as heck.
it does.
I'm looking forward, like you're battling enemies and you can just rip their face off. It's
I
gonna
will
be
play
great.
this. I'd play this.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome.
Just
I'm gonna
because
have
it looks cool fun.
on day one.
Bananergy.
All right.
Could say it looks bananas.
There was a little while ago, but we didn't get a chance to discuss it last show. There's a little bit of a Summer Games Fest that Brayden wanted to talk about.
Snoozer Game Fest, more like.
I completely agree.
I disagree.
Like Summer Games Fest, holy crap! If nothing pointed out that all the main publishers have just gone, nah, we're all right, thanks, Keeley. We'll keep our stuff for ours. Thank you very much.
Did we watch
was
the same
struggling-
one?
He was struggling big time to
he
have big announcements.
always struggles, but the things that came out was all good and no shit.
If you go back and listen to the crowd reactions, though, every single announcement that finishes, the crowd is less enthused.
Yep. No, it was some meh Game Fest as far as I'm concerned.
I gotta say, the lowest point of it was that horrendously, awkwardly long Death Stranding 2 clip.
Of course it was.
That's always going to be
My
horrendously
God.
long and boring.
That was
though.
horrendous.
But the
They
part
spent
that I
so
liked-
long on it.
The best was Keely's little. I saw it as a little bit of a jab. He goes, "Oh, I guess we're gonna have to just ditch the Silk Song announcement for this."
Oh, the Deadpool
VR
joke.
game.
That Deadpool joke was very funny.
But I don't know if it was scripted or if it was Keely being a little bit.
catty.
Yeah.
Oh no,
wondering-
that's
I
a
wonder-
that's a Deadpool joke, 100%.
I'm wondering if I got things mixed up as to what came out on what, because I watched like 3 or 4 different showcases.
I watched
within,
the whole Summer
like
Games
a
Fest.
week.
It was I really like these. Not E3 events. I love directs and all that they entail.
Directs are the best way to go.
Yeah, but this is.
So you think this was the weakest one?
Yep,
With
absolutely.
Resi Evil 9,
Well,
That was the highlight of
was
that
the
show
one,
for me.
Yeah. the
Dying
one thing.
Light,
Nah,
Wu-Tang,
nah.
Onimusha,
I'm keen for Wu-Tang.
Game of
We've
Thrones.
seen before. Game of Thrones is dead.
Hitman: World of Assassination with Bond, not Bond, but with Mads Mikkelsen, Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim was a
Okay,
highlight.
that's-
Mortal
Okay,
Shell.
yeah, no, Scott Pilgrim was a highlight.
We all picked some favorites. Let's talk about some favorites.
Killer Inn.
All right.
Yeah, let's talk
some
about the
favourites.
highlights.
Yeah,
Scott
I-
Pilgrim EX looks fucking awesome. Can't wait to play it. There you go. That's a
Agreed.
positive. I was very happy with that. There was an audible cheer from me.
Pixel art, super chiptune-y, beat 'em up side scroller in the same vein as the original and recent Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle beat 'em ups. It's gonna slap.
And it's written by Brian Lee O'Malley. So,
Exactly.
Yeah, all very positive. It's basically a Scott Pilgrim sequel,
Yeah.
as much as
Yeah.
you can get one.
Is it so? Isn't it Scott and Ramona and a few of the others, the evil boyfriends, evil exes,
I
as
believe they
playable
did say
characters?
that. Yes.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
I-
Mine. Sorry,
No, go ahead.
I was going to go. Mine was Resident Evil Requiem because fuck yes, back to Raccoon City, in third or first person, which is always going to be third person because it's the best way to play those games. And from the Sony one, because I did this as sort of that week, 007 First Light. Amazing.
Yeah, it didn't grab me, but that's just me, I think.
Yeah, it's not your kind of game, But it does look impressive for what it is, especially considering this is quite early in development, as far as I understand.
Oh, you can tell.
Yeah.
You can totally tell.
I just
totally tell.
like that it's not having to lean on the films. It's doing it's like cool. We're gonna James Bond's becoming a thing now.
Yeah.
But I mean, GoldenEye, all right, was named after the film, but that didn't really tie into it besides just following the basic plot.
Oh, it tried, but it was a bit shit.
GoldenEye.
No, so I'm thinking of GoldenEye Rogue Agent, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Rogue Agent was
No,
bad. Yeah.
Rogue Agent was bad. No, GoldenEye. GoldenEye, you could play through the whole film.
Yeah, I know, but like, yes, but it wasn't. The film wasn't necessary for it to be as fun as it was.
No, you're right. And it was that thrown on little bit at the end. What do they call it? Multiplayer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my highlights.
Yeah. What about you, Anto?
Yeah, similar. I wouldn't say I'm as rabidly excited for Resident Evil as anyone else is.
Same.
I'm excited for it, but the highlight of Resident Evil for me is very much 4 and 5 in multiplayer specifically.
5.
That is strange.
I think 5 is a fucking 10 out of 10
think you
video
need
game
to take your
experience.
temperature.
No,
You seem unwell.
10 out of 10 video game experience. It's not a great Resident Evil game.
Fair.
It's
Oh,
just
yeah,
fun
absolutely.
to play.
Yep.
If you like punching rocks,
And firing
Boulders
rocket
even.
launchers at alien dudes, yeah.
Boulders even.
But the two highlights for me were Scott Pilgrim, because it's the original is one of my favorites things from like the Xbox 360 arcade era.
the original, you should play.
The remake on
No,
Switch.
no. You should play River City Rampage.
And
Street Gangs
the
is
other
what we call it
highlight
here.
for me was the Street Fighter 6 DLC announcement
Hell
with Kenny
yeah!
Omega, because
Kenny Omega.
I love Kenny Omega,
This is fun.
and this was just a really good advert. It was a really good trailer for stuff.
Were you a little heartbroken that at the end of it, it wasn't a reveal that he was also in it?
Kind of.
I was.
Like
Yeah.
if they
I
were
got
gonna
really
do
excited.
if Street Fighter were to do a guest character that is a real person, I cannot think of anyone who is more perfect for it than this.
Not at all. Yeah, absolutely.
And he looks sick as Alex.
Yeah.
Oh,
He looks sick as Viper.
he just looks great. What a body.
Great as Cammy.
Like his, I think his Sagat was
His
a bit.
Sagat was good.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
His Viper was great though. Yeah.
What the
But
fuck is that?
that's
C Viper
C
from Street Fighter 4.
She's a secret agent.
I have not played much Street Fighter.
We'll do a Street Fighter day.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
I've got the arcade. I've got every single game. But yeah, Kenny Omega. What a brilliant person
Yeah.
Kenny Omega is.
Brayden.
So fun. So
Right,
fun.
Brayden, what do you think? What did you take away from it?
I got 2 takeaways, and they're both from the Xbox Direct.
which
Oh.
is odd.
Very odd.
Fan of American cuisine, I take it.
Well, Brayden's not here next show because it's July 4th.
Oh.
It's Brayden's favourite holiday.
Yeah, absolutely. You
Celebrate
know,
America.
Go Bears. No,
Bears.
So, first highlight. I'm kind of on the fence about Outer Worlds 2. I'm curious, but this one really caught my eye. This is Clockwork Revolution.
This does look kind of cool.
This looks like it's going full BioShock, but with the choice-based RPG stuff.
I get like Bioshock meets Dishonored kind of vibes.
Leaning into that steampunk style with this. The character designs and world building here is really fun. The tone and humor is really interesting.
Man, Willy Wonka got
Yeah, Bioshock Infinite meets Atomic Heart meets
Yeah,
weird. Willy Wonka?
Yeah.
absolutely. But yeah, I really liked this trailer.
Infinite specifically.
I thought it showed it off really well. Showed off a lot of the game, and then didn't give a release date, which was weird. They've shown off a lot of what you can do in this game.
Yeah, they showed off a lot what you can do with mustaches.
Is this being made by the Bioshock devs?
No, so they are working on a different game.
Okay.
But yeah, they are. This I'm really, really interested in. I went from real 0 to 100 with this.
Townsy's just nailed it. Has We Happy Few vibes.
Oh yeah, with the aesthetics, I
Yeah.
can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and then towards the end of the trailer did go a little long, and then when it kept going, I was like, oh, why is this still going? And then they reveal that there's this time aspect to it where you get powers that can control and reverse time and slow down time and stuff.
Like
It's like
plasmids?
it's real cool. So it really sold me on that. So yeah, I'm really, really curious to see more of that and eventually get my hands on it because it looks great. And there's one other thing that I'm very excited to get my hands on.
Yeah, I did want to ask about
I'm
this.
curious about this.
Let's have a chat about the ROG Xbox Ally,
The ROG Box.
the ROG Box.
So
This is-
can I ask a
the
quick question?
Subsequent
Yes.
announcement that Xbox has entered a partnership, an
With
exclusive
AMD?
partnership with AMD to produce the next generation
Yeah.
of consoles, and I've got a feeling this is where we're going to see just the Xbox. No more 360S series, whatever. It'll just be the Xbox.
So
And then-
Anto and I were talking about this on the way
it's
here.
just going to be a PC.
Yeah.
We think Xbox has fucked it up again.
oh,
Yeah.
Not this thing in particular, But
Their general business model is fucked.
first of all, in this, I need to ask you, Brayden, because you know about this stuff and I do not. Is this not just a ROG Ally with an Xbox button on it?
Yes.
So Xbox haven't made a handheld. They have partnered with someone else and put their name on another handheld.
Still
Correct.
technically an Xbox handheld.
Yeah,
right?
yes, but I'm just...
So for people who made bold predictions at the start of the year that Xbox would have a handheld, they get a full point at the end of the year, right?
Nah.
Yeah, of course they do.
Well, it's a ROG Ally.
No, it's an Xbox handheld.
I would argue that
Like,
See? Xbox.
because they've integrated their ecosystem into this hardware so fully that it is an Xbox-based
I agree.
thing.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
But I
Hold on.
also
Good
agree that
No, yeah,
slapping a
that's not
button and a name on a system that isn't
fair. Totally does.
necessary. Like, if it wasn't
Like the
designed
Switch.
in-house by Xbox, I would say it's not theirs.
No, it totally is though.
but it's not like it's an existing tech that's been retrofitted for Xbox.
Either way, it's useless. Wait
I
for
don't
Steam
know. I'm
Deck
asking a
2.
question.
I'm not. I'm just saying that whoever.
None of us have let Brayden speak.
Whoever.
Sorry, Brayden. Please continue.
But you agree though, Brayden.
How do we feel about the look? Do people like it? I've heard a lot of people hate it.
Not a fan.
I was going to say, like, with these things, I would wait till I've been able to sort of feel what it is like myself. But I've also heard from everyone who has demoed it that it's quite uncomfortable. It's quite heavy.
The edge on the right where underneath the analog sticks, right where the hand curls around, that edge looks quite jarring, and sharp.
Yeah.
Not sharp as in it would cut you, but it'd
Brayden,
be uncomfortable.
how hot does your ROG Ally get?
I mean, like, I've got the first year of the ROG Ally, so I've got the original 2023.
How many pieces of toast can you cook on it?
It gets pretty toasty if you're running it full bore. Like, if you're running it at full spec, like, you're maxing out the power limit that it can do, and you're running it at the most that you possibly can get out of it. Like, those fans are going, and they're not quiet. But, yeah, they can, the whole thing can get pretty toasty. But I am totally going to buy one of these.
Yeah.
What makes you buy one of these over your ROG Ally?
So, not only have they upgraded a bunch of the specs from the original one that I've got to the Ally X, and then this is a tiny boost on top of that from the Ally X from last year. Now, with this one, the most interesting part of it is how Xbox have integrated and kind of overtaken Windows. So Windows is famous for getting really in the way of video game performance and really just eating into performance on a PC. With this, Xbox have finally got the reins to Windows and are kind of kicking parts of Windows out of the way so that they don't boot up unless you want them to. So it doesn't start up and do the full Windows boot. And
Hey, you
open
want
up a bunch
Internet
of background
Explorer?
shit.
See, that's cool. I like that they're effectively making a custom OS.
Yeah,
Like, that's cool.
It's a little like front OS that you can still get to Windows 2 if you want to.
Yeah.
And that is really interesting because we've seen online the last couple of weeks from people comparing SteamOS to Windows, the massive improvement that SteamOS makes in terms of just not having a bunch of background shit taking up processing power. So this just not getting in the way, I'm very interested in.
Is this a niche item?
Incredibly niche.
I was going to say,
Super duper
considering
niche.
how many, say, things like ROG Ally gets sold, how much the PlayStation Portal gets sold, do you think this is going to... Steam Deck sells probably the best out of all of them.
I think...
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I think as a general rule, like, if this is... What am I trying to say?
If you do a pie chart of people who play games, there will be
Tiny.
casual gamers, there will be hardcore gamers, there will be parents who buy stuff for kids. People that buy, I think, Steam Decks and these is the tiniest sliver. It's that one piece of pizza you always get that's been cut fucked up and it's tiny.
Yeah, I think enthusiasts are going to buy this who like Xbox, and as long as this is just playing a competent or, perfectly cromulent version of an Xbox game in a handheld, fine.
What if it launches with Silksong?
But it's going to be Silksong and you can just be able to get it on your... You won't, though. You'll get it on your Xbox.
No,
But,
you'll get it on everything. They've come out and said,
Yeah.
no, it's on everything.
So that's how... So Anto and I were talking about this in the car. We think Xbox have fucked it up
I was
again.
just going to go back to
Yeah,
this
get
as
into
well.
this. I'm curious to hear this.
So we were talking about... They are ambitious. They would like to change things up, but everything they do makes it confusing. Now, we are sort of in the weeds, so we get it. But if you went out to that pie chart we're talking about, and that big, huge part of the pie chart, which is casual gamers, they go, PlayStation, buy PlayStation games, play them on a PlayStation. You're like, cool. They go, Nintendo, buy Nintendo games, play them on a Nintendo. You go, cool. They go, Xbox, everything's an Xbox. And they go, what? What do you mean?
Yeah.
Everything's an Xbox. I don't know.
They-
I don't understand that. It's confusing.
What we were sort of getting at when we were talking in the car on the way here was they've sort of Nintendo'd themselves in the DS to 3DS and Wii to Wii U era where, you know, people were inherently confused when the Wii U came out that the tablet controller wasn't just an accessory, it was a new system because Nintendo marketed it terribly. And similar to how Nintendo did, you know, hey, here's the 3DS, here's the 3DS XL, here's the new 3DS, here's the new 3DS XL, here's the 2DS, here's the new 2DS XL. It gets very confusing very quickly for someone who is not on the pulse with these things. And Xbox's whole approach of, hey, here's the Xbox, here's the Xbox One, here's the Xbox One X, here's the Xbox Series S and X.
That's why they're just going to go back to calling everything just Xbox.
Now here is, you know, you can play Xbox on your smartphone through streaming. Your television can play it. This little USB stick from Amazon can play Xbox games through streaming. Their whole approach to, like, not competing with Sony and Nintendo
They
has sort of come full circle in the sense that now they're not competing directly with Sony because they went, oh no, fuck it, we'll make everything an Xbox and we'll do it streaming. And now they've gone, oh wait, no, Nintendo's done really well with their hybrid handheld approach to stuff.
Yeah.
And the PC, like handheld PC market is
growing.
admittedly growing, but still not huge. They've shot themselves in the foot again by not just focusing and drilling down onto what they do really fucking well, which in the 360 days was competent hardware outside of the Red Ring of Death faults and easy to develop for systems. It's just in my opinion, as a person who doesn't have a business degree, dumb fucking idea.
Does it
I
have
think they've marketed themselves to a small niche.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
and that's always not the best. Does it have a dock? Can you play it on your TV?
It will have, it will be able to work with third-party docks and have HDMI out and extra boosted power and stuff
Because a
like
Steam
that.
Deck and a ROG all have docks,
They will
right?
do that as well, yeah.
I was sort of talking more about their marketing into everything's an Xbox.
Yeah, no.
Whereas to the casual person out, which is the majority of the market.
Yeah.
So we all know that I work in retail. I do get questions. What's the next Xbox?
No idea.
Don't
See,
really
that's
know.
the other thing. They've also announced, oh yeah, we've started on the next generation of our Xbox. It's
Yeah,
like,
but
what
they
are you
haven't told you
talking
what. Is it
about?
going to be a flash drive?
Yeah.
Like that just gives you access to something that you play. Yeah. But if I say to Joe Blow who comes into work and
Hate that guy.
someone, yeah, he's what a wank, gets everywhere. He's like, "What's my?" I'm like, "Oh, your phone's an Xbox." What do you mean?
Yep.
It's not. It's my phone.
Yeah.
But you can play your games on it, so I can play Xbox games on my phone.
The
No, but yes.
The weirdest thing about this marketing campaign as well is like they went all in. They made a big fuss, like, oh, everything's an Xbox. They went to the press and the media and they were like, yeah, no, this is what our goal is and our approach moving forwards. I've only seen this trailer and any advertising for this like market approach when we've watched trailers like this on this show.
And they still don't have those killer apps.
No.
Like, what have they got? All right, everything's an Xbox. Cool. What can I play on it that I can't play elsewhere?
Yeah, everything's an Xbox, but also all of our games are now on everything else.
Yeah.
So I think what they're doing is cool, but it's not marketed simply, which makes it hard to understand.
Yeah, it's not very pointed. Anyway, Brayden, what do you think?
I'm still going to buy this thing.
Well, you're not allowed to, Brayden. We've
Brayden.
just spent half an hour talking about it.
If anyone wants to buy a ROG Ally, let me know.
I'm
Brayden.
good. My toaster is old.
I have a question, Brayden, before we move off of this topic very quickly. Are you buying this purely because it's a portable Xbox? Or are you buying it because it also integrates your Steam and your Epic library and everything else?
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
Because it's not an Xbox dedicated bit of hardware that only plays Xbox stuff. It's a PC.
Do you know how
can
much it's
still
gonna be?
access Steam and stuff on it.
It's going to be expensive.
It's going to be real expensive.
This will be
gonna be real
$700 to $1,200 easy.
I think the base model is about $800 to $900 Australian.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough. Like if I look up how much ROG Ally X.
See, this
If
is
I just
also
go
why I
here,
don't think it counts towards being
and
an
if we
Xbox
just go-
handheld.
Oh,
It's a
ROG
PC
Ally
that
X.
can play Xbox
It's
stuff.
on sale right now.
Xbox, isn't it?
For
So
$1,300.
it's gonna be at least
Oh,
It'll be at least
1,200.
that.
It'll
Yeah.
be at least 1,200, if not 1,600.
Townsy just nailed it as well. This is just
A
the
new
but she's got a
hat.
new hat thing from The Simpsons.
We've
for-
got a new
for
button
Rob.
and it has an X on it.
I like the form factor, and I like the fact that they're sort of, trying to get a piece of a pie. I just don't know how well it's going to do.
Oh, it's going to do terribly. It's going to do terribly. It's going to sell
at
really
that.
badly.
It's the same fucking thing.
I do think the white one is much nicer looking.
It'd be so dirty though.
It'll
The
get
black's
orange in no time.
black's so much a better color for anything that you hold.
Cheeto and nuclear green because of all the Mountain Dew and Cheeto dust.
Yeah. Look at that. That's amazing.
Speaking of amazing, it's amazing that we're running out of time. So
we're
we're going to
not.
quickly fly through our predictions. Well, have a look at the top-rated games this year. So
From
according-
Open Critic.
Open Critic, which is what we go by because that's what our fantasy critic goes through. So I thought, yep, let's just make ourselves official Open Critic stands. Here are the top 10 scores, starting from lowest and going to highest, for Open Critic so far, halfway through the year, 2025. Floppy, what's the lowest? Number 10. What's number 10?
This spins me out that this is number 10.
Yeah.
And at 87 is Mario Kart World. I would have thought this would have been heaps higher.
Should we explain what Open Critic is?
Go for it.
Open Critic is an aggregation site, just like Metacritic, but takes into account a lot more
stuff.
reviews.
So you get a bigger data pool.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not just sort of like the main website.
It's not a curated data set based on select publishers and some user scores. It's a lot more of a wider net.
So you get a more accurate representation.
Yeah, more pointed representation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at 87, Mario Kart World, which I thought was going to be a lot higher.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised it's number 10.
Considering half these I've never heard of.
I have a theory, and I touched on this with Floppy when we were playing it earlier. The reason that it hasn't reviewed as well is because it is less feature-rich than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I think a lot of people were expecting the open world mode to be more than just the same 3 or 4 tasks.
Yeah,
time.
I think that's part of it, but also like the lack of a 200cc mode, which we've been used to now for like 7 years, is a bit of a downer.
Oh, you unlock
They
it.
got to sell you DLC
you?
at some point.
Really?
I'm pretty sure you unlock it after you do mirror mode.
I've not seen anything
you
talked
unlock?
about it for
I
ages.
might have dreamt that.
Yeah, 'cause,
Fever
like,
dream.
If 200cc mode exists, this bumps it up way higher in my list of things this year.
Does that mean
Googling it.
I dream about reading websites?
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
crap.
My God, you are...
But yeah,
Exciting life I lead,
I think
kids.
I think like Ben has just said as well. Like there's 3 things, at least in my opinion, now with the addition of Ben's feelings. The open world being not quite as feature rich as it could be. The game itself missing a mode that people got used to and loved. But also, I don't know if it's just me, online multiplayer specifically is a clusterfuck of no skill or spam items.
It does not have 200cc mode.
All right. What's the second? What's number 9?
Anto?
Monster Train 2, which until today I'd never seen footage of.
I have
never
no idea
heard of
what it
this.
is.
Let's look it up.
Let's look it up. Monster
Mobile
Train
game.
2 scored 88% on Open Critic.
So it scored higher than Mario Kart World.
Let's
What
take
the
a guess.
fuck is it?
Let's take a guess about what it
Okay,
is.
I think it's an endless runner.
I think it is a tweener game where
what?
a teenager,
Monster High.
Teenager
Maybe it's a
game.
Monster High game.
like where you play as a cute little Frankenstein monster out
So Monster
to
High game?
Get the train home.
Based on the few seconds of the trailer that I saw earlier and this,
Oh,
I
it's
think
a fucking
it's
card game. I've
Exactly.
actually heard about this. Yeah, I've heard people on GameScoop talk about it because they like card games for some reason.
This is weird. It looks like that ad where it's like,
This looks like a mobile game.
anime-looking dude who looks very much like a Tekken character gets dropped by a giant booby lady down to a little thing where you have to point numbers and get swords and things.
I'm intrigued.
I don't know.
No, I think. That
Oh,
was
it's a
the
deck
same
builder. Yep.
Yeah.
How did this score higher than Mario Kart? That's weird. All right.
Brayden,
Number 3. No,
three.
number 7.
7.
Number 8.
No, 7.
8.
8.
10, 9, 8. Number 8. Brayden, what's number 8?
Starvaders.
I love that film.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you know what it
Spaceballs
is?
2?
No.
It's,
Oh, I can't wait for that.
It's got an 88.
Yeah.
89.
I'm trying to get videos open. Don't
Okay,
worry.
so what do we think this is going to be?
I think Starvaders is going to be...
Arcade-style shoot-'em-up.
I think it's going to be a guy in a blue suit, head to toe. He's got a weird helmet, and he has this. He has this laser sword that he walks around with.
I think it's going to be an exploration game.
And he has asthma, so he breathes.
Yours is
rather
very
heavily.
specific. You're painting yourself into a corner.
Yes,
Oh.
I was correct.
That's
is
absolutely not what I thought this was.
What is it?
This looks like a overhead shooter. Oh, it's a run and gun. Is it?
Or is it a... What did you say? You said shmup, didn't you?
No.
Is it a puzzle
It's a
game?
grid-based puzzle card game thing.
Oh, motherfucker, why do these things get better?
Because indie games are so popular right now.
I love that indie games are scoring so high. I really hope indie games take out... I really hope indie games take over all these AAA devs, dropping all their money from investors, and just...
ruining the industry.
Yeah, basically. I really hope indie games just come to the forefront.
I do too, but I want them to make games that I want to play.
This is what this is why I really am tempted to get a Steam Deck or something like that, because I want to just go on Steam
All of
and
this
just
stuff-
You'd probably get
try-
this on. You probably get this on your Switch.
Yeah.
Probably. I'll have a look. But no, not just this game, but indie games as a whole.
general.
See one that kind of takes my fancy and go, oh, cool, I'll try that. And you try and do that on the Switch, and it's just on the eShop, you're just bombarded by shoot this girl's clothes off.
I'll be back.
All right, Brayden, you did that one, didn't you?
Yeah,
So it's me.
never throw to me. Never throw to me. I've
Okay,
got things
cool.
ready.
All right, here we go. It's that classic game. One of the games that I played this year and I loved. I thought it was great. It's called...
So you'll be able to say it correctly?
Absolutely. This game that well, I'm surprised it's down this low. Actually, I enjoyed this so much. Good old Pipistrello and the Cursed Yo-Yo.
I bet this is a side-scrolling brawler.
I think you nailed the name.
Of course I did, because it's my favorite game of all time.
No, it's not. That's Chrono Trigger. What are you talking about? You're mad.
No, here we go.
Oh,
it's the
damn it.
same game we just saw.
Side-scrolling brawler.
That's a side scroller.
Yeah, it looks
nailed
like
it.
it
10
looks like
points.
a Zelda-like, like a Game Boy one. Oh,
Yeah.
Yo-Yo-Vania. That's perfect.
Yo-Yo Vania.
No, I would call this.
Did you just coin another?
I would call this Yo-Oracle of Seasons, not Yo-Yo-Vania.
Yeah.
This is a Zelda
Jesus
Oracle
Christ.
game.
That's great.
Cool.
Anyway, what is it? It's a mouse, a robot mouse?
No,
With a
don't
yo-yo?
No
know.
idea.
It looks like a mouser
No, it doesn't.
with its head open.
No,
Yes, it does.
no, you're incorrect.
Shut up.
All right, Floppy. What's the next highly anticipated game that has scored really high
the
this year?
one of the highest games this year, number 6, some would call it, is called. It's that classic. We all know it well. We've all played it.
How can we not? I mean,
Keep-
you remember the time you played it? That was a fun time, wasn't it?
Keep driving. It's just
I think this is
keep
actually
driving.
a really cool idea for a video game.
What is it?
I've never heard of it.
It's I as far as I know, it's you are a kid who is leaving home or like going on a journey.
Muscle
you
car,
literally just get into
1970s
a
one.
car and you have to manage your inventory space with like food and water and fuel and stuff
Did you
because
see
you're
how
going
long
on a
that
huge
drive
road
was?
trip. And it's just you make decisions along the way that impact your car's like maintenance or health. You run into like roadblocks like sheep because it's set in the UK. You pick up drifters, you pick up like hitchhikers and stuff.
Look at that dude's tan
It's a
line.
really cool idea.
Why would I want to play something that I have
totally
to do
unique.
2 days a week at work?
I like that you're in like a 1980s sedan, like a Mazda.
Yeah, in like rural UK, it's great.
This is a game I can see Floppy going back to when he hits like 58.
So what, next
And
year?
like he's just sitting at the computer being like, I want to long for the good old days.
Oh, look, that is me when I had long hair. Yeah, I could probably do that actually.
It just looks cool, and
It
I like the
does.
pixel art.
I like the artwork.
It's interesting.
Pixel art is gorgeous.
Fuck me, I'm going to buy it. I want it now.
Well, it scored 89.
If it's set in the UK, why is there sun? Because unfortunately, the sun does exist there, just only about 20%
You
of
just
the
usually
year.
can't see it behind the clouds and the fog.
Yeah,
And the rain and the depressing overtones
and the
of life.
overwhelming depression caused by the Tory party.
This does look pretty cool though.
Okay, top 5. We're in the top 5 now. Number 5 is that classic, and I'm not being sarcastic.
No, this is a classic.
Monster Hunter Wilds. I've not played it. I've only played one Monster Hunter game. Wasn't really my bag, but
Not my bag, baby.
I'm a big fan.
Anto, you are?
Yeah, big fan.
Yeah.
This one has turned me around on the series. Like, I used to think it was too much, too busy, too much shit to pay attention to, but there's just something really satisfying about hopping on your giant anime bird horse and smacking monsters with giant hammers and swords and shit. And
You'd love Pokemon.
Anime bird horse?
yeah,
You'd love Pokemon Scarlet
fuck?
then.
probably. Except I think the designs for the legendaries in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are fucking stupid.
The motorbike animals?
Yeah.
the
Yeah, they
motorbikes.
were funny.
So dumb.
But
yeah,
the
this is great.
designs for in
Fun,
Violet,
dummy fun.
the future Pokemon, the Paradox Pokemon,
yeah.
ooh, they are splendid. Splendid.
Yeah, the only reason I think this is an 89 and not any higher is because although they've tried to lower the barrier to entry a little bit, They haven't done it to a degree that makes it easy to get into still. It's still very much you need to commit and really pay attention and sort of learn things.
So typical
Was that a cat?
Yes, you have palicos. They are sentient, able to speak and communicate with you companion animals that will fight and heal and work alongside you to achieve your goals.
But they can only speak to you if you select the option to let them speak to you.
No, they can talk to you. It's
I
just
use that in real
you
life.
can choose whether they speak palico or human.
Yep.
Which is great.
Which is great. So sometimes if you choose the other option, they just meow at you.
Yeah, no spoilers or anything, but like, I think second mission in, you have to go and find the resource team, who are just a group of cats who are carrying a giant hunk of like animal meat across the desert, being attacked by things, and your companion cat Palico thing just like goes full anime. He's like, "No, not my comrades!" and like runs across the desert and smacks this giant dragon in the face. It's so good.
Or meow, 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 meow.
Or that, yeah.
Meow, meow.
But
Hey,
yeah,
listen.
great time. Still quite challenging to get into, but very rewarding if you
Nah,
push past it.
it
Fart?
just
He just
fart.
farted.
Sorry,
Yep.
he just farted.
It sharted, really. There was a massive, thick cloud of shart. Games just got my attention.
One of the best things, in my opinion, in Monster Hunter Wilds, they've got this parry or like counter-attack system where if you do a certain button combo...
Or like a pooey system.
Eat shit! Literally!
like, there are moments where the enemy will just straight up charge at you, and if you've got a shield and a specific weapon type equipped, you can sort of
We've lost Floppy.
Captain America them and
he's
bounce
gone.
them into the air. It's great.
We finally broke him.
Yeah. TLDR, Monster Hunter Wilds, good time.
I'm fucking crying.
We should let Brayden talk
Sharp
about this
monster.
one.
Brayden,
Hi.
do you want to talk about number? I know you said don't throw to you, but
Oh,
really.
yeah, this one makes sense to throw to me, though.
Okay. Catch.
It's a little game called Blueprint.
Hey, what is it scored?
It's scored an 89.
Same as keep driving, just
There's
saying.
a lot of 89s.
There's a lot of 89s. And
Oh,
guys,
DK's new shit attack.
I'm just saying, give it a go. Give it a go. You know what? It might not be for you.
So
but
I downloaded it.
If it's for you, keep a notebook with you.
Sorry, Brayden. Floppy just said he downloaded it.
I did
Way.
download it.
I've got it downloaded too.
Cool.
I haven't
I
played
was
it
waiting
yet,
for
but
the
I did it on Brayden's... What? I wouldn't say, like, you didn't tell me to, but...
You were recommending it pretty hard to us.
I've been raving about it and
He
recommending
did
it.
hold a broken bottle to your neck.
Who hasn't, though, really?
Yeah, I was just waiting to play this for the patch to come out that fixes like the progression bug.
Yes.
And now that's out and done, I'm
Yes.
going to jump into this.
We were
this on
very
Switch?
stressed for a little while, and we kind of slowed down playing it a little bit, and then they fixed that, and it was all good.
It's actually more how wholesome it's been to see how excited you are and how invested you are, which has got me
Yeah.
interested. Not not you saying you should play this because of this,
Yep.
but more so your reactions.
100%. So straight up, like, I highly recommend it for anyone. If you've got a partner or someone, like a friend to play it with as well, the two of you can keep notes and try and figure out puzzles together. It's excellent.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
So, based on your experience with the game,
Yes.
take away what you just said about, friends and partners and whatever.
Yeah.
Would you say this is a good game to play potentially maybe for like an hour in bed with a PlayStation Portal?
Absolutely.
Fuck yeah, I've got a use case for it beyond Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Hell yeah. So straight up, the only thing though, keep your phone or a notepad with you.
Yeah.
Because you want to note down
Everything.
as much as, because you're going to start looking at things and like, not to spoil anything, but like you're gonna start looking at paintings in rooms and start being like, what's up with these paintings in these rooms?
I do that anyway, ever since Scooby-Doo, and like there's eyes that
The eyes that
Because it was
follow you.
always those meddling
Yeah.
kids.
My
yeah,
God.
I tell you what, to this day, I walk into a room with a painting. I'm checking out that painting for either eye holes or a hidden button that opens a secret door.
Glory
I will
hole?
say as well though, there's no jump scares in it. Like there's moments that feel like it could suddenly turn horror. They don't.
How
They should
tense-
do a DLC that does that. That'd be
How-
great.
Oh my God, I'd
How
die.
tense did you get, Brayden, in those moments?
Oh, there's a moment where you walk into a room and the lights flicker and turn off, and Michaela and I died. But yeah, oh my God, it's fantastic.
All right.
I love it. Can't recommend it enough.
Number 3. Who are we up to?
You can go.
Hold up. Number 3, also scoring 89, so just as good as Keep Driving, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I don't know much about Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I did play the first one. The first one was wonderful because you played Henry, son of a blacksmith, and you were a bit shit at everything.
I know the story behind this. I know what it is. So
Go for it.
It's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. So you need to deliver your cum
To the kingdom.
to the kingdom.
I knew that was coming. Yeah. No,
Sorry,
it is
coming alright.
medieval.
It's why it was like this.
It's repopulate the world of the Arthurian Legends simulator.
So Zach in the chat, Zach Fraser. Yes, baby, a favorite. Many exclamation marks. Obviously, a big fan. No, this game has been getting
It's been getting a lot of attention.
A lot of cool attention, man.
It's another 89, by the way.
What I've been told is they have fixed a lot of things that did not, or were not as polished in the first one.
Well, that's how you get the Kingdom Come.
Oh, Jesus Christ! But yeah, medieval times, mate. Medieval night simulator.
All too clean.
Zach says its depth and detail and realism is amazing. Would you check it out? You could probably eat heaps of cheese.
I don't like cheese.
Oh, you're fucked in this medieval times then. They ate a lot of cheese.
Yeah, but they also ate fruit, didn't they?
With no care to their digestive
They also
system.
got dysentery
It's true.
and polio.
And you died if you got a paper cut.
Oh,
And had really questionable relationships with relations.
yeah, and axes.
Cool. All right. Number 2. Scoring 90% is a fantastic game I haven't played yet.
Oh my
Split
God,
Fiction.
I am working towards this.
It's because I have no friends to play it with. So
You've got several friends to play it with. You just need to
Choose
tell
not
us,
to.
hey, come over and play fucking games with us.
I'm currently playing through their first, or not their first game, their second game, It Takes Two with Thomas, my 7-year-old.
It's not my fault you got...
fragile right now. You
I
can't
know.
do that to me.
But your dandruff was just...
Who's going to play Split? Who has played Split Fiction?
I have played and finished it.
Brayden, have you played it?
Nope.
Are you going to?
Maybe.
Glowing
It is-
reference. I'm definitely going to be
It's
playing
so
this.
good.
I'm
It's
playing It
gorgeous.
Takes Two with Thomas, who is 7, and we are thoroughly enjoying
How
it.
cool would it be if this wins Game of the Year and Joseph Faris goes back to back?
That'd be great.
That'd be funny. Yeah.
Because he got It Takes Two last year.
Yeah.
And then Split Fiction, which I'm being told is a better game.
Wait, was it Takes Two last year? I thought that was like 3
Yeah.
years ago.
No, it
Yeah,
was
that was last
year.
year.
Wow. No, it wasn't.
No.
Game of the Year last year was Baldur's Gate. No, wasn't that was 2023?
I'm pretty sure It Takes Two was
Would
last
you
year.
like to make questions and then wildly answer them yourself?
Yes.
Excuse me. It Takes Two was 2021.
yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
That was last year.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
Whoops.
What was
No,
it
last year was Astrobot.
Yeah, last year was Astrobot. What the hell happened to us all? Did we just have time blindness for 3
Luckily,
years?
we do not run a video game podcast and pretend to know what we talk about.
Hey, it's not a good video game podcast, all right?
Oh,
For
sorry.
those asking in the chat, Townsy and Dylan, this does have crossplay across all platforms.
Man, this looks great.
Oh,
And only one
crossplay.
person needs to own the game.
And only one person needs to own the game.
Crossplay thingy. I just learned from the Donkey Kong Bonanza thing that you can local
Game share across
game
the Switch?
share onto an original Switch.
Yeah.
Yep. That's weird as hell.
But it's all cloud-based, isn't it?
I
Yeah.
know, but that's so weird.
But yeah,
Strange.
no. This
We
is
just got called out. You don't know video games.
Well, that's the name of the show. Like,
Duh.
we're not hiding things here.
This was when Coda and I played through this, because I played it with Coda. We were shocked at how rich and good the storytelling was. It's very sci-fi and fantasy trope filled in the sense that
Hell
it borrows a
yeah.
lot of ideas from other places, but
Borrows a lot of Tron, right?
it very much so.
Fuck yeah.
I'm just going to throw out a quick description of a level. It may be spoiler, it may be not, but it's been out for a while, so sucked in. There's a level where you are...
Dun, 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 dun,
Stop
dun, dun. Oh, Floppy's like actively not listening.
Okay, cool. There's a level where you are driving futuristic motorcycles a la Tron up the side of a building. One player is controlling the movement, and the other is using a smartphone/hacking device to break through firewalls and security for the building you're driving up the side of, and it's fucking sick. It's such a cool game. Everyone should play it.
Yeah, I kind of want to play this. Can you play it single player?
No, it is very much a 2-player game.
Maybe I can talk my daughter into playing it. All right, Floppy, we're back.
Thank you.
All right,
I am looking forward to playing this.
number 1, Anto. What's
Hello.
the highest rated game on OpenCritic this year so far?
Highest rated game of the year so far, and very well deserved, is Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
At what level? What has it been scored?
It has been rated with a 92.
What a story for this game.
It's so good. Ex-Ubisoft developers who had enough of building Assassin's Creeds and Far Cry's and went, you know what, screw it, we're going to make our own studio. Team of maybe 40 to 50 people, small budget, and it sold something like 2 million copies within 72 hours.
Yeah, and it was hard to find.
Hard to find for a while.
At launch.
It's just absolute masterpiece of video game design.
No one gave a shit beforehand, and then it came out reviewed, and then everyone wanted it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it reviews high and people go,
Oh, maybe I
Which,
should play that.
It's almost like there's still a, excuse me, there's still a point for video game aggregators and video game journalists out there.
Yep.
So, hackthedino.com.
Yeah, this is
Patreon.
honestly, this
we
is
were
my
a big part of that.
We did. We aggregated the news. We aggregated the scores.
I don't think what you mean is to say we regurgitated the news.
I may be jumping the gun topic-wise a little bit, but this is primo fucking video game for me this year.
Yep.
Cool. Well,
It is beautiful. The soundtrack is
on that note,
gorgeous.
Just first, Brayden, did you play this?
No, but I'm really tempted to get into it.
Same.
But the weird thing about it is from reviewers discussing it and talking about it, it's made me want to go back and play Final Fantasy X.
Oh, why?
It's okay. The reason for that is the combat is kind of similar in the sense that you can see the turn order, so you can sort of plan ahead a little bit that way.
You can do that in Chrono Trigger.
Yep.
Should probably
but
just play Chrono Trigger.
The developers have also been quite vocal about the influence that Final Fantasy X specifically had on this game in its later stages, because a lot of the mini games and side quests and content that you can experience is influenced by a lot of the mini games and side quest content from Final Fantasy X. It's just, yeah, it's... Oh, if you like RPGs to any degree, or you want to get into one, this is the best place to start, in my opinion.
I've also just heard that the story and the performances in this are phenomenal.
Charlie Cox, Ben Starr.
Charlie Cox?
Always
Wow.
forget her freaking name.
Jennifer
but
English.
Jennifer English, who voiced Shadowheart in Baldur's Gate 3. The voice cast is phenomenal.
Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis is in it, yeah. Visually, it's gorgeous. The soundtrack's amazing, and they've done a great thing in the sense that the person who composed the music for this game, they found her on SoundCloud and went, "Oh my god, your stuff's great. Do you want to compose for a video game?" And she was like, "The fuck? Yeah, of course I do." And it just turned out to be absolutely fucking 10 out of 10 for everything. Like, I can't fault this game.
I'd just like to comment on Townsy, who's seen it. He's been told it makes folks cry too.
Oh my god, devastating.
Dude, any game will make someone cry if you peg it hard enough and you get them right there. Zach, Black Ops 6 made you cry. You better be joking, unless it's just because you cried because it's just another fucking Black Ops game.
Bit racist.
No, I guess what's a public service announcement? I guess if you're going to play this, it's got some pretty heavy and dark themes to begin with. The end of Act 1 is a gut punch in terms of what happens to plot-wise. I'm just gonna say it's a game that just keeps fucking hitting you into the ground and making you feel bad, but it's the
Sounds like a fun time.
I can't wait.
but it's the best.
All right. Well, anyway, on that note, our personal picks so far for our game of the year.
Okay, I haven't played it, but I really hope that Claire Obscure wins because of its story, of its background, of the fact it's an indie game, and I really want an indie game to come up and show up all the AAA devs.
What about your game of the year that you've played?
I haven't really played one that's blown me away.
So I got onto that too. My game of the year, I looked back at all the games I played this year. They were all made in the last 10-ish. Some of them are older.
Well, see, I've been playing retro games.
Yeah, and that's what I've been playing older games too. But I've played Doom.
Didn't Days Gone remaster come out this year?
No, that doesn't count. It's a remaster. I've been playing Doom. Doom has come out this year. So far, it is my game of this year so far.
Yeah, I don't have any. All right, Anto?
Yeah,
For
look
me,
at that. Fucked
it's Claire Obscure, Expedition 33.
up. For all
Brayden?
of the reasons you've said.
Yep.
Brayden?
I mean, I'm not going to talk about it any longer. It's Blueprint so far, absolutely hands down. But
And I'm perfectly happy with that
I do
as
want to
well.
give a quick honorable mention to the wonderful Rootries Are Dead. The my top two games at the moment are puzzly mystery games.
Show of hands.
Weird.
Who thinks their game of the year is going to change?
Because I don't have one, so yeah, probably. And we do have Marvel Cosmic Fighters coming out soon.
Interesting.
That's what Ben calls his dick.